Hi, Gaye DeRusso with the Majestic Rider. So today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about horses that are shut down and what this means. With the gaited horses, they're not trained exactly like the trotting horses are, and because they're calm, many times they are just, the groundwork is skipped. They're not taught the basics of leading and backing up and all those things. And then, see where he goes. And they're what I call shut down, and that means that they don't like people. Now, why wouldn't a horse like people? He's interested in the mare that's off grazing. They don't like people because nobody has spent any time with them, and the time they spent with them, they just saddled them up and rode them, and then they ride them hard and make them go fast and do all these things, and usually are not very kind to them. So they can be very good trail horses, they can be very good under saddle, but they also can be spooky and jumpy, especially on the ground, hard to catch, don't want you to handle them because nobody's been kind to them. So right now we're kind of working through the bike and getting them used to the bike, and there's grain around it like you've seen me doing my bike videos, or you can watch the bike playlist. Now, he's not very interested in me, and what I'm doing is just providing support to him here, that I'm here to help him if he needs help, because you never want to leave a bike alone with the horse, because sooner or later they get braver and smash it or get it caught on their leg. So you want to be nearby, so if they start pawing at it, you can get in there and get them to stop so they don't get their foot caught in anything. See? No. They paw because that's how they feel. So see how easily he was corrected? Where a horse that was grown up with people or had more contact would actually be harder to correct unless the person gave it rules, which many people don't. So horses like this are very easy to correct, very easy to reprimand. You can usually just use your voice. And see how he's turned into a statue? He's like, I think she's going to kill me. I think she is. When's she going to stop pointing that thing at me? Is that a gun? So he's just kind of nervous. And it takes a lot of time to get these horses to not be shut down. So shut down means they pretty much have no personality. They'll do what you want, but they don't interact with you. And when they get scared, they do not look to you for help. They usually, a lot of times, will just run away from it. Or if you fall off or something, they freak out and run away. Those are all horses that don't want to be with you because there's nothing special or nothing good about being around you. So with this horse, I got to teach him to trust me. I got to teach him I'm going to be there to help you, and I'm going to show you what to do, and I'm going to show you that people are very nice. Now, once I do that, that has to continue on for many, many years for this horse not to go back to being shut down. He'll be friendly when he leaves, but he won't stay friendly unless the people keep it up. Okay, so see how long he stood like a statue, and now he's starting to relax. But I didn't move. The hard part is people move around and you scare the horse. So when you're getting them used to things, you stay as still as you can. You stay like a statue, but you keep breathing. And even though I have the camera at him, I'm not staring at him. So you try to look a different direction and just be with them without being intimidating, without being that creepy guy in the bar staring. And just be with them. And sooner or later, he'll want to start being with me because we're understanding each other. But many gaited horses are shut down because they're very calm, so people overpower them, they saddle break them very fast, they train them very fast, and they don't spend that time with them. So again, even though they're good horses, they're kind of shut down. That's, they have no personality. So you got to take a lot of time sitting there with them, safely, being there with them. If they won't come over to you, you put them on a rope and you take them around and make them do the barn chores with you. Make them go up and see other horses and other people with you, and you just keep dragging them around until finally, in time, they attach to you, they trust you, and see when you're with them, good things happen. So there are many shut down horses, and you won't know that from the video unless you see them interacting with the person. So you might want to. If you want a friendly horse, you might want to see that horse interacting. Even if that horse seems okay when you see it, but if the trainer or the people are nice, they'll say, hey, he doesn't really like people. You're going to have to do a lot of groundwork and get him to warm up to you. know that it's going to be worse than where they are now, because they're usually comfortable there and they are comfortable with the other horses. Now they go to your place, they have new friends, they have a new environment, and it can take years to get settled. It can take a couple of years until they settle in and they're happy and they're calm at that new place. And that is normal, because it's like me taking you to Europe or somewhere else and dropping you off. You don't speak the language, you don't know the people, and I'm like, bye, have a nice life. And you're like, what? So it would take you a long time to trust people and to know who's a weirdo and who's a nice person, and who's going to scare you, who's going to be kind to you. And that's what the horses are doing. So by me sitting in here, which a lot of people don't have time to do, and just being with him, but I'm not in his space and I'm letting him take his time, this will build up his trust in me. And then over time, I'll ask for more and more. But in the very beginning, you ask for very little and you reward it. But again, 5 to 10 minutes ago, he was afraid of bikes. Now he's touching the bike, okay? But the bike's not moving, I'm not moving, so everything is staying the same. It's staying a constant, okay? So if we can do that and build it up, the horse will get brave. Now, if I walked over thinking he's fine, because he's not, if I walked over thinking he's fine, I was like, let's amp it up, let me flip the bike up, he would just start running around the stall and freak out, because that's too fast. The horse will tell you when they're ready to do the next thing, and that's usually if it's an object and you're like, when can I put a new object in or do something with that object? It's when they start pushing it, smashing it, pawing at it and trying to break it. That tells you they're not afraid anymore and you can move on. But again, with me, when I'm trying to build trust, even if he did that today, I'm not going to push it because he's shut down. I'm going to take days to get to that point, okay? The other horse that's over there, even though he was afraid of bikes, he's super brave. He has a totally different temperament, and somebody raised him well and had a lot of interaction with them. So he trusts me much quicker than this guy staring at me, trust me. Okay, so it takes time, and it just matters, are you willing to put in the time because the rest of the horse is great, or you don't want to put in the time and you'll accept a horse that's not as great with other things, but it's more friendly. Every horse will have a problem. If it doesn't have a problem, you will give it one. It is guaranteed. People spoil them, you hit them at the wrong time, you reward them at the wrong time, and we mess things up all the time until you get good horsemanship skills, and you're supposed to make mistakes. It's just the sensitive horses or horses that are shut down on the ground, when you make a mistake, they're not going to tolerate it very much compared to a horse like that is going to get over it much quicker, because he realizes that people are good and people make mistakes, but they're usually good in the end. So you just got to explain it to him and show it to him. This guy, I'm starting from the basics, like he's an unbroke gelding, and I just got to get him first from being feral, which, you know, like shut down, he wants nothing to do with me, to being friendly. And he's not there. He was very bug-eyed this morning when I walked in here, so I just knew it. I didn't try to go up to pet him or anything like that, just gave him some food and got out and then started my work. All right, I hope that helps you. If you have a horse shut down, you can make them much better. The younger they are, they're going to get over it quicker. If they're 9, 10 years old or 15 years old, you're going to get them better, but you're never going to get them normal because they weren't treated normal, and they have that memory in the back of their head that someone either did too much to them, worked them all the time, hurt them, beat them up, did all sorts of things to them. So he just kicked the bike and he's not freaking out. So that tells me there's hope for him. He's not as scared as he thinks he is. Or, you know, the owners might think he is. But see how slow and patiently? The other horse just walked up to it, ate the food, and kicked it and started bashing it right away. He's not. Nobody's let him probably investigate anything except his stall and his pasture. And he has to scare himself. They have to do those things to realize it's not going to kill him. Remember, they learn many things so you can get them better, but again, the older they are, the less likely you'll get them back to normal, okay? You'll make them better, but they'll never be that very super friendly horse that's over there. So it's up to you if it's worth it to work on it or then sell that horse if you can't get along with it. Now, see, he's over here. The food's there, but I'm on this side, so I'm going to move it and get on the other side to give him more space. All right, I hope that helps. Keep working with your horses. Keep liking and subscribing my videos. I'll keep showing you the horses in training so it can help you to help your horse.